Here and welcome to some Rivals 2 action here at Fusion. I am Close Bench Zone Wolfie Scratch, and I am currently joined by. Very nice to meet everyone here. I'm here for some insane action here at the Fusion, number 267. Really approaching the next up, basically Rivals Major that everyone is preparing for. And as we take a look at the bracket, it's a very top-heavy one, considering the fact that it's just 13 entrants. But the fact is that there's 4 different players that could potentially take it all. We have the players like Cheesy Potato, Gek, and as well as Animal and Fidel Castro. So I'm very excited to get into some more Rivals action. And first up, we should have Alou versus Edith. They actually, both of them fought against each other in the previous bracket. That was, I do believe, yesterday or the day before in Alou's own little tournament that he does host, and I'm just pulling up the name real on quick. Okay, well, there's a lot of art retweets, so thanks a lot for making my life way easier. Oh my god. It's all just furry stuff. Well, furry stuff and Rivals, they do mix. It is called the Elusive Awesome Series, and it was actually Edith who was actually able to take it over, getting second at that tournament. Alou gets third. And funnily enough, it's the Alou Esports as well, Edith, so it's a bit of an awkward team kill as well. But regardless, we got more Rivals action here to join up, and I'm very excited to get to able to commentate some more. I did it just yesterday at the monthly, I did it at Eugene, and I'm just excited to keep on bringing more to the table here, because Rivals 2 is a great game. I love this game. And there should be a Claren versus Rano matchup as well, as we see the controls being inputted once again. Great little shakeups. Very excited to bring on there, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. I should be joined later on in the tournament for commentary, so we're just waiting on that one, and if not, I do not mind. Solo cast.
Elu, good to go.
All right. Let's get it down. A rematch in your previous tournament setting. And now starting off on Hodojo, it's going to be Alou versus Edith. We're going to get this right on down and see what both can do as we get into a little bit of a... I thought it was a button check, but they awkwardly kind of clash in the center. So now, it's pretty finally confirmed. What I really love about Rivals 2, it makes button checks very easy. So just press the start button, reset. That should be what we have to. Let's go ahead and get that rock, paper, scissors action going. Whoa! Oh boy, come on. Perfect. Got the tweets off. Now I'm able to sit comfortable and really get into that Rivals action. All right. Godai Delta confirmed. Not too surprised, both of them are able to use the stage to its fullest limits right here. Fusion number 267. As I said earlier, literally a clash of the seeds, and Edith was able to take it over Alou in the previous tournament that was hosted by Alou. So let's see how it works out on here. And already starting off exactly Rano with those plus frames, and especially being able to kind of set up for the edge guard, but a weird, awkward little misstep on the waveland afterwards kind of leads to that sequence, and already starting off strong, 80% within a blink of an eye, and trying to continue on more. Great catch after the throw, getting the down tilt and the follow-up, and of course, finishing off with a plain and simple back air edge guard, one of the strongest options Rano has, including being able to just flat drop right through with the fair. Immediately so safe on that shield as well. And Edith gets caught slipping, get caught trying to grab onto the frog, but that's not gonna happen. Gotta inhibit the ribbit. But Alou dropped off stage. Claren's quite good at it, but gives up a huge amount of that stage control. So Alou gets away with it. Great up tilt, and as well as the chase down on the platform. Such a dangerous place to be in, but the one place where Alou wasn't ready for, and the 1-2 not gonna kill just yet for Edith. as the pressure continues on once again, but keep in mind that lead is still hugely in the favor of Lou, and wants to keep it this way. Crouching underneath as well, setting up everything, sneaks in a back here, great stuff, and the Nair as the finisher, my goodness. What a lead. And this is great. Most times I cast Alou matches, he's on the losing end. So finally, a twist of fate and being able to get this combo down. Great read off the tech as well. And continuing on with this setup, almost slapping it for sense with a 3 stock still to his name. And either she's got to find some way to make this one back. Can't find the follow-up either. And it just seems to get worse. There's even 2 needle stacks, but thankfully, a little bit of that aerial action. Great usage of the get up attack, trying to finish the job once again. Has to opt for another one. A nice little jab, trying to test out the waters, but the dare that should, yeah, it's a 50-50. Are they going to swing again? Are they just going to go away? A great read after all. After the roll, 3 stop with the frog. Inhibit the ribbit. And clogs the frog. And load the toad. Exactly what Lou's doing. Being able to utilize Jules and continuing on Jules Veil. Trying to be the great usage of the passiveness, Edith having to be the aggressor due to the fact that being able to projectile camp and just forcing out these approach options and already 50%. So Lou with the tech chase, the DIN, that's gonna get caught easily, and the super jump as well, holy. And now Edith's in a world of trouble, has to recover on stage, and Lou with the 1-2, trying to make it with another back here, but great early up special. Get yourself out of that situation. That could have gone bad to worse, but thankfully, you'll lick your wounds and try to get away, but Lou, once again, just run up. Why not? It works out, and all of a sudden, Edith trying to find some way to get in, but because of this humongous lead that Lou has, finding a solution to this problem, and the answer seems to elude Edith. And I'm starting to worry about how this Claret is gonna go. Was able to take it over last time, but this time seems completely out of control. And Lou doing a fantastic work so far, even able to make it back onto the stage quite safely in the moving platform, offering a window for a tech situation, but is unable to find the chase after all, but instead opting for these neutral wins once and again. Going on stage, a little bit of dangerous, that's going to lead to a throw, but because the DI is ready to go, knowing they're just trying to go for the forward strong and as well as again, but because of the awareness on the Lou's end, real good stuff. And empty hop with the tomahawk, ready to just keep on going with this aggression, maintaining it well. And the dash attack gets the tipper as well, but Plasma's not good enough to evaporate the water. And Lou seems to continue on for great movement that we're seeing, and Edith has nothing in response, but a missed side special shuts that one down immediately before this lead can get too dangerous. And already just pressuring with that shield. Great little tech throw as well. Setting it up. Most people just hold on to that shield or go for that crouch cancel. Grab such a ridiculously good option in Rivals. And great DI on Edith's end. No fair follow-up. But another empty hop on Lou's end just shows how scared Edith is. How scared holding onto the shield, doesn't want to immediately respond in fear of how plus Ronald can be. Such an oppressive character. Despite all the nerfs and changes, and Claren on the back foot once again, and Lou just doing it, but a great whip punish. A missed dash attack with the shoulder. Gonna lead to it, and the jabs. Got you caught slipping. Hold on, Edith. Got a chance to make something happen. 106%, but if you can keep this nice little, I would say, punish game going, but trying to swing in with that nair, that's gonna get you punished, and a 1-2 diamond cutter pierces through. And Lou, once again, keeping this lead going. And even the forward strong is not enough. That was ridiculous damage. And setting up those poison stacks, but Lou still staying alive. Great high recovery, but still has to pay the price with some percentages and is not back just yet. Bubble control. Trying to find some way with an excellent stall in the air. Edith was ready, but practicing for a pitch and reacts accordingly to the neutral getup. That's going to get a nice little punish and equalizes the stock count. It's not looking like game number one. This is completely different either. She's understood the game plan and adapted, but I hope it's fast enough. And so far it seems to be true. Can't get the spiking hitbox with the plasma, but instead will opt to get that nice little damage in already, just setting up the needles. Yeah, why not? It's gonna cut off so many different avenues of approaching, and Edith's gotta be careful of getting hit with the side special. Already quick on the chase, but thank goodness the platform was moving away. Despite how fast Rano is, was unable to get it, but stuck in the bubble. That's gonna do so much damage. And it continues to get worse. Great needle, trying to get the backer, and does so, missing the attack. Ulu! Fantastic work. Strikes at the stages, and it's going to be immediately Jewels of Veil run back, and I do not blame Edith. Her game plan was working, the adjustments, but already 2 missed parries because of discharge with the needle, just the mere threat of it. Put some fear within this neutral game, and Edith having to find some way. And as soon as she stops doing it, all of a sudden Ulu once again, and he's on the prowl. Wave dash in there with the aggression, but here it comes. First plasma stack, but every single time we're seeing one attack land on Edith's end, it's just either barely able to combo into a next one, or unable to find the second hit at all, while Elu's been able to get it, but hold on, Edith's proven me wrong. Got Elu trapped in disguise. This is the first big lead we've seen her have. And the first big step to try to make this reverse sweep happen. But Elu, great stuff. And an excellent crouch cancel. On demand in response. But you're Edith. Here's the thing, you don't need to approach. Just play back. And charging up the force round, that's gonna get you instantly punished. Spike down, Elu with the nair and the finisher as well. That was not necessary. And it actually might let Edith live another chance, but Elu shuts the door on that opportunity. We'll have to see how it goes on, and a missed one. That's gonna be the first finisher of after that grab that will finally land. An excellent work. Even score. And Elu already just kind of dancing in front of that shield. Telling on there, but a great spike. Not the high enough percentages, however, but Edith's quick on the prowl. Look at this. Big combo game. Gets the hit falls after hit falls. The plasma stacks. They're burning hot, but they switch places, so this might be an advantage. But no, not in time. Instead, the tongue does land with the command grab. Nice little shoulder action with the dash attack on demand, on point. Diamond cutter once again has a little bit of a follow-up. Down strong as well. Edith recovering high. It's not going to work out just yet. Look at this aggression continuing on by this frog. And gets away with it for now, but hold up. Still alive. And just lets go of the ledge too early, but finishes the job. Huge lead. In this best of 5, but a forward strong. Catches the dash. Dances. Puts an end to that serenade. Puts an end to that tango. And all of a sudden, Elu holding that shield, trying to avoid all these swinging hits, but Edith finding an opportunity. Here comes the platform. Got to keep that in mind as the advantage stay in the neutral continues over to the right side. Extensions can happen, missing the forward strong, however. All of a sudden, the platform factor might be kicking in, but Elu could care less about it. Jumping over the projectile on Edith, and great stuff. Look at the movement. Once again, both of these players understanding what you have to do. Edith wanting to force this to a game 4, and Elu just wanting to shut it down with a nice slick 3-0. Goes for it all with a huge attempt on a read with the upstrong, the diamond cutter, but it will be for nothing. Great get-up attack, but doesn't go for the ledge hog. A huge missed opportunity. And a dash attack like that's gonna be so unsafe. Has to recover high. Elu's not letting go of this opportunity. Edith can't find the tech, and it's gonna be Elu. Don't know how it happened, but it worked out. And a 3-0 for the frog. Wow. Great stuff. Elu finally, the curse is over. Every single time I would cast his matches, they wouldn't go well. So finally, great to assume that it's a slick 3-0, and being able to get that run back after the tournament as well from the Elusive Awesome Series number 12. So really glad to see it with this Rano action as Alu will earn that ticket to face against Animo, one of the Titans here that could take this entire tournament. So really excited to see how that goes. Oh, furry wolf. Let me get you. But at the same time, great stuff. Fidel Castro takes a 3-0 over Lofts, as per usual, and Lunar and Skander are playing off on that stream. The next one should be coming up. Will be Cheesy Potato versus Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon once again able to take a 3-0 over Vooney. Great player in all the rights, and Cheesy Potato looking to try to take it all here with this Krag. Hopefully get that practice in for that big little fusion that is coming up very soon. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. So I'm excited. Characters are quickly being locked in soon. Nope, they gotta reset it. It happens. I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. I am. I'm excited for more Rivals action here at Fusion 267. And keep in mind, this is not the only bracket you can see. There is actually some Smash Ultimate Singles that if you were going there here in New Jersey, you could have joined in as well. And there's plenty of great heavy hitters in that bracket, such as Yeast, Delta Force, 3K Flock, and it's going to be Carflow as well. Sinister. So, great brackets all around. We're going to see this tried and true. Please don't pick the same option again. No way. Rock. Someone's going to switch to Rock. Yippee! Hello, Ugo.
Hey.
I don't mind soul casting if it is.
No, I'm gonna fill in for Yin, I guess, and for Mob because for some reason I'm reaching out to Mob in every place I can, and
They're both dead.
no, I know Mob isn't dead because I see him on Discord alive and playing Valorant, and he's just not replying. So like,
I don't know.
yeah, so you know. I guess they are, despite you literally telling me that, like, oh yeah, I'll be there for sure this time. I was a fucking lie.
It happens, and a quick little headshot. It's a famous matchup that. Yes. There's no slander if it's true.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. Being honest. Be at your shift. If you're gonna say you're around, be there.
We have two different conclusions. I'm saying don't play Valorant. You're saying be there.
Also true.
But I'm joined by Ubel.
Yeah.
And we're filling in, so fantastic work so far. Stacked top heavy fusion here once again.
We go with these fusions. You know, the top level can get pretty massive even during events that are, even during weeks that are a little bit quiet, a little bit calm. Love that attempted edge guard there from AJ. The sweet coverage can be devastating, but what is so good about Cheesy is she plays so strongly in frame positive situations. The mix between like a landing down air shield and landing down air jab, all of these different checks that really keep you off balance.
And I love that from Eric Gordon, just kind of respecting it, saying, hey, I'm gonna go for it. As I say that, it's a double grab that doesn't lead to anything. Little things that Cheesy Potato kind of makes you look silly for, but just barely able to make it on back, trying to get the confirmation window with the back here to bear, but can't seem to find it, and the pressure continues on. Eric Gordon's got a chance, but the problem is right there. You're literally one solid hit, and Cheesy Potato has plenty of it.
Yeah, Krag is the menace when it comes to these high percentage, scramble, scrappy, like I just need a straight hit to work type of situations. But one of the best characters at playing into her win condition. Oh, almost with the reverse up B, finds the one back here, but doesn't grab ledge. No, that was it. That was the window of opportunity, and instead, a slight misstep on the angle lets Jesus get all the way back and then some. I was expecting back air into down B, but no dice.
It's like a real bug. You don't close the window in time, and all of a sudden, they find the way inside your house. Almost got the command grab, but instead gets the spike. Goes for the second one. And the aggression continues on there, but an excellent hit with that forward air. But able to shield the hit just in time. But if you're Air Gordon, Nooble, you gotta be tilted. You had so many different opportunities, and it just got shut down as Cheesy Potato with his head guard.
The worst way to lose in all of that, how all of that just ended up transpiring an avalanche of slight misspacings and missteps or misreads that get you from a winning position to getting 2 stocks. It's certainly very tough. Going to the Tempest Peak, yeah, crag down throw. It's yep.
Yes.
This will.
Oh my God.
This will work. This is what's happening.
I mean, it was prophesized by their rock, paper, scissors. They just picked the same option, and Cheesy Potato just said, what if I just keep selecting the option that I want? And so far it worked. Not to get out into 50-50, but is it really 50-50 to pick the same thing? But damn! Attempts on the trade, but you gotta get out of there, Gordon, and get shut down.
No! Oh no, wait, do you have enough? No, you don't. I wonder if you could have done down B but instead of down B to wall jump float as opposed to float wall jump.
Oh no,
AJ, no, AJ. You're getting a little too greedy off stage. If there's anything that you should be doing in this matchup is edge guarding crags, but she is an aficionado when it comes to playing crags on stage game. It's dangerous to keep taking those deep risks and expecting it to get away with it. Awareness of pillar, Cheesy getting back with one more backer, down tilt, holding steady, but just a little off spacing when it comes to that down throw.
And little off timing on Air Gordon's end, and it just seems to keep getting worse. No tech on Cheesy Potatoes, and Air Gordon's got an opportunity, but an overextension and a down strong instantly. A quick 2-0, setting up for that game and number 3 victory that Cheesy Potato wants. And Air Gordon, if the tilt's not visible from the previous game, it should be now.
1,000%. Well, yeah, I 100% agree with getting away from Tempest Peak. Quick grab.
Oh no.
I love these wave dash backs out of the field. You're not gonna find up throw up air on a floating character like Fleet.
I mean, if you can get 3 regular pummels in a row, anything's possible.
Not like this. Like, the way that Cheesy wins these offstage interactions is just by, like, conserving conserving resources better than Air Gordon has been. Like, every single time it's forcing AJ to utilize the float first, or utilize the wall jump first, and then Cheesy goes after it.
Oh no. Not like this. This is just an example of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong if you're. Fortunately for Air Gordon, that seems to be the case. As Cheesy Potato setting it up with these aerials, thankfully, the last hit of that wind launch should be able to work out, but no stock just yet.
Got to the pillar and refreshed her jump all the way down in the blast like that. That is insanity. And a nice jump to get away from 4 strong. It's a day 1 Fleet trap, but it is still a dangerous one to just catch people staring into the headlights.
Fear, but this is a bug. And nice breakout. Great stuff so far, and continues with that maintained aggression. Try to go for a pivot grab, but an excellently placed there. The spacing is ready to go, but Air Gordon finds it with the wind launch. Cheesy Potato not ready, but just a waveland onto the platform and a down strong Nooble. Air Gordon needs to find some way to make this miracle happen, but it looks like Cheesy Potato just wants to shut that down.
Yeah, shut it down is the correct word at that point. With the delay that you have off of the special getup, you're covering all of the space and spending all of the time holding onto that ledge, counting as holding onto that ledge, though it's such a powerful ledge hogging position.
That's one of the best way, when you talk to beginner, they're just like, oh wow, the special getup's kind of cool. It's like a huge projectile. And then as they get higher in the levels, they're like, oh my god, I can't grab ledge. They just do it, and it's 5 years before I can get back on. This is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy the way that certain ledge interactions got developed over the course of the game's admittedly current small lifespan, with a bunch of characters focusing are focusing on like getting the reverse hit of get up attacks in order to loop ledge situations, namely like Clarin and Loxodon and Olympia. Certain ledge specials are better for edge guarding than they are, or ledge hogging in the case of Crag, than they are for trying to get back on stage. Raster and Crag for those instances. There's like little wrinkles, just enough little wrinkles in the ledge special play that it's always worth considering that extra layer one more time for every character.
Or you can be what is it? What's that ferret name?
Maple?
Maple. You already have a great special and neutral one, or an attacking one.
Yeah.
You can just have, why not best of both worlds?
Yeah, it's, that's the benefit, right? Having Maple's huge get up attack and Terry. My goat. Go.
Fidel Castro versus Luna.
Okay. Yeah, this should be Zetter into Maple. Speaking of the ferret raccoon
Thing.
goat. Yeah. Oh, it's like it was a weird instance of Dan talking about. There was an interview done where Dan talked about how there's a bunch of characters in the original conception of Rivals character design was usually trying to blend multiple animals in one, and then they kind of got away from that a little bit. But you can still see it in some characters, namely Maple being like some weird amalgamation of rodents.
Yeah, and how Zetterburn is an amalgamation of fox and wolf from the space animals that turn into a cat.
Yeah, and then they kind of stopped doing that at a certain point. Because like, Rano is just a frog. Like, what do you want to say? But
That was a stupid frog toad thing.
yeah, I guess if you want to.
And Analyst is a bear and a polar bear.
Yeah, oh my god. The difference maker, truly.
Hold on, we're cooking a little bit with stews.
All the same. Get to see Lunar step up to the plate. Lunar has been experimenting with other characters a little bit. Maple being like the trademark, but I know they've been wanting to see if they are how much a secondary could help them in some facets. Not maybe in this patch, but as they develop their skills in the game, they've been trying to like practice a little bit of a Rano, for instance, going back to their Rivals 1 days when they used to play that character. See if some future developments are in store, but right now with how Maple currently is, he feels so confident just like playing this version of the character into the entire game, which
I don't blame Lunar.
no, not in a little bit, not even a little bit.
Character's crazy, and so is Zetterburn. Oh my god, a cyclone of attacks. And it leads to this weird interaction. Great Bear, but an excellent tech, and we just blinked Ubu, and they're both at the 60s.
Yeah, and the fact that both of them threatened stock at 40 is indicative to how this matchup can be played out. Maple's offstage game is such a checkmate for linear recoveries. If you do not play your card fight, you can just lose your stock at 0. And Maple's recovery, while still being very good in distance-wise, can be shut down by properly placed imp opportunities. Zetter's got a really, really good one in that down air.
And trying to continue on. Great forward tilt, tries to go hella low, and that's gonna get an easy stock just like that. Lunar a little bit on the overextension. And something that both of these characters I think are very good at are consistent kill confirms. A little bit rougher on Lunar's end due to the nerfs on the seat stack going away when you get a grab. Once you get grabbed, no?
Yes, yeah. So once you do stop being marked on every time you get grabbed or parried now, which is pretty huge in terms of consistently applying your offense. But the nerfs to Maple's confirm game were greatly overstated. Oh, wow, that's tough.
That's not in the patch notes.
No, that's just a rough trade to take there for Lunar. Fidel Castro kind of holding steady, pulling a card out of the Elky's book. Sometimes you just gotta let the forward strongs run, or the up strongs in that case. What a call out. When Rivals players see a platform, they cannot help but wave plant onto it.
It's like a moth to a plant. Put a bug zapper on it. Just keep getting shocked over and over again. And Lunar trying to find someone to make this one happen, but excellent DI on Castro's end, not getting caught by the dash attack as well as the extensions afterwards, but stuck on this platform. Great extension. Look at this fire. It's burning bright. And Lunar gets dunked down.
What a sequence, that looping like close to the wall back air and then to wall jump down there. You take advantage of the recovery routes from Maple in order to get to the wall, exclusively revolve around side B. It's very easy to cover when you're already committing to a full percent edge guard. Castro on point, game number 1.
Lions are in the circus for a reason. They're a show animal at heart. That's exactly what Lunar just kind of felt as Fidel Castro once again continuing on with this aggression and the momentum. It's so hard to stop, but look at this scramble up close, spot dodge, and immediately try to get away. And Lunar needs to find some way to continue on, but because that platform moved away, was not able to let that tech chase kind of come into fruition. But hold on!
No jump, you're not getting to the wall, yeah. Rising back air from ledge is such a devastating tool. Against those linear recoveries, Maple has such an easy time converting into something like a forward air or a nair tether nair or anything.
Spacing with that bear. Dan Good blinked at the up tilt and almost led to a dunk. Great use of the side special, however, willing to take that trade, and an excellent tech on Fidel Castro's end. Can't find the stock just yet, but down so much. Zetaburn, however, is no stranger to finding consistent kill confirms, but Lunar being able to avoid them all and continuing on with this advantageous sequence.
Doesn't have the tether, but you don't even need it. He's rising back here, so if you hit him early enough, you don't even get the chance to tech, and that's the only real way to survive that is for Zetterburn's point of view. Get as close as you can to the wall, and try to tech everything that Lunar's been throwing out. It's harder with a rising percent and forcing these momentous occasions. 3 stocks to 1. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor. I mean, it could be... It's a huge opportunity because it puts you in a position where you could get some momentum, but it just... I don't think Lunar's interested in that.
Oh! I mean,
we take those.
You do, but if you're Lunar, you're like, uh-oh, I just gave Zetterburn a chance, and we just saw what happened in the previous game, and already coming into play, E37 within a blink of an eye, but hold on, gets the dunk this time, Lunar!
The Maple game of chicken there, Wolfie. What are you gonna do? Like, Maple jumps out after you. You linger there. If I jump, Maple could jump forward air me. If I air dodge, Maple could jump forward air me. If I do nothing, I just get forward air. What do I do? Guess is the answer and hope.
And by that time, they've already forward aired you.
So
it doesn't
true.
really matter at that point. The illusion of choice, and Lunar was the harbinger of doom for Fidel Castro, but on a nice little big stage with multiple platforms, trying to utilize this side to get more confirmations and more of this action sequence. And already starting off strong, I like the little tricky bear as well. You gotta guess which side of the shield, and Lunar unable to do so, getting dunked down. Great tech, however.
The wider stage certainly helping with just like trying to keep Maple out. Maple, with her mediocre air acceleration, does require some commitment to direction when moving. Trying to take advantage of that, but the blender does not stop for anyone. Lunar on point with a dozen tech chases at this point throughout the set, and trying to make it a baker's dozen with this next stock, though it is evened up. Fidel Castro at this point. Shine grab. Please implement shine grab. He's more as all Zetterburn players. So good.
It's stupid.
It is ridiculous, and North American Zetters just don't do it. It's nuts.
It's like, this is a good option. But I'd rather shine wave dash into another option. I'd rather do that. It looks cooler.
It's like it's different ways to dodging. That's there are a lot of players I think are like, in position to do that because shield grabbing is such a level 0 option and so powerful, but so easy to play around if you play your cards right.
Yes.
So like everyone's trying to find different ways, more safer ways to beat shield or safer ways to do all this, and sometimes giant grab is just, sometimes you gotta keep it simple. As we see, sometimes you just gotta go for the 2-piece instead of trying to over-engineer these solutions.
Yeah, that's the fair and balance. Double it up
Yeah.
and give it to the next person, and unfortunately unable to escape it. Great little wave dash and gets the chase down, but Lunar beats it to the face, however, and evens the stock count. It looked really bad. I think if Lunar was able to escape from that ledge and continue on with their neutral sequences, it might be over for Fidel Castro, but being able to keep the Stoat trapped in here and continuing on.
Yep. Playing around all of these standing grab mix-ups, it's any grab at these low percentages can be so devastating, and there it is. Equipped with the tech chase, Nair looking for the forward air, just has to go a little too far.
That could have been bad, Google.
Oh, it could have been very bad. It might be going bad for worse here for whoever gets that first hit, because we are routinely out of so many Warhug and CC percentages. Love the platform movement on both sides.
Utilize every single tool. Great wave dash afterwards, but gets the bear, however. Nice little edge guard, and you talked about that bear being such a ridiculous tool for Maple. Lunar uses it once again and confirms it into a spike.
And it's perfect setup for that follow through. Because you saw the first like dash attack fair, or it was Nair fair, whatever it was off stage. It was ending in a fair, and Lunar retreated to ledge immediately instead of playing that extra 50-50 because he's playing the matchup so well. Fidel Castro's only recovery route at that point is jump, air dodge up, then up B. And at that point, or try to like downbeat cancel to the wall. Either way, Maple can cover it so much more lethally by just grabbing ledge, which Lunar did, and followed through. Set up for success, finishing off the stock in fashion.
Rockwell being the counter pick of choice, I'm a little scared of this being picked by Fidel Castro, because we've seen what Maple players can do on this one. It's the most dishonest stage. There are no great neutral things. There are no there, and immediately starting off strong with Lunar.
Yeah, this is a tough one. As much as I like this stage for Zetter, a lot of regards, explosive kill potential is kind of where Zetter needs to lean on, and platform movement is nice. Okay, yeah, taking advantage of the extra hit stun multiplier, had the ignite going. It's what Rockwall can do to you. You're threatening stocks at center stage so reliably because those blast zones are so small, but Maple loves these platform layouts. It also takes advantage of the smaller side blast zones like it's nothing. It's a dangerous pick to go on. We'll see how it works out.
Danger may be what Fidel Castro is playing with as you're being chased off. Great DIs on these throws and as well as these dash attacks, but oh, the fade back with that bear just threatening with it. Once again, has to do the up B early, not gonna be able to the landing hitbox afterwards, so hold on. But the up tilt as an anti-air catches it with the up air, still gonna stay alive somehow, some way. And Fidel Castro living on borrowed time, however, as the bear once again just threatening, but an excellent slam dunk. Hold on, a strong attack could kill.
Yeah, we're at the make or break point in this game for Fidel Castro. Oh, tried for landing there. At this point, we're just hunting for different angles. What coverage from Lunar. Man, you drift a little lower there and then cover all the way up with that base up. Very, very nice stuff.
Give Fidel Castro a false sense of security trying to go high with that, but excellent stuff, able to immediately make a rebuttal to this argument and how you're gonna make this pick work, how you're gonna make this game count, and try to push it to a game number 5, because Lunar's been playing so well, and immediately both of them respecting out with the platform play and the movement, trying to bait some kind of option, because at these low percents, both of these characters can do insane amounts of work.
Baby dash to cover these platforms, it's been a little bit too much movement and not enough commitment. A lot of times Fidel Castro's missing out on some of these sharpening opportunities, and Lunar's getting shielded up in time. decent point, being a little too focused. Oh no, up tilt's not gonna reach there.
They're gonna reach the Lunar Will so far, trying to chase it down as Fidel Castro just searching for a strong attack, but forced off stage. Hold on, this could be disastrous, but so far, still alive on this platform, but the back air so good. The up air doesn't find its mark, so however, forced on there, another strong goes wide, and Lunar staying alive. So light, still going, Ubu!
No, that's not right enough. Oh, we're missing these fairs just a little early that time, committing too soon to the forward air. Nair tethered, but then played the jump mix up. Up throw, look for a fireball, caught the jump, and caught the landing on the platform. Your DI was caught in every which way, and then some. Fidel Castro closing out the game number 4 to bring us to the game 5.
A crucial chase down with a nice little read on the DI and finishing it with an uppercut to the face. But at the same time, this is where things can start to get dangerous. But in these best of 5 situations, due to DSR, all of a sudden you're seeing the stage pool get really narrowed down, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lunar just takes it back to Rockwall.
We're running straight back. No qualms, no quarries. No, the platform play has been so good, except at the very last moment. It's like just all this mix, the blender is whirling, and you're overcooking it.
So the rock has entered the blades and unfortunately stalled out. Nice little 1-2. Why not just go for the simplicity's sake? Reading the DI and Lunar. Hold up. The momentum so far has been such a good work of Fidel Castro. I love the little pause and as well as the forward tilt afterwards. Gets the chase down, just forcing off stage. Fidel Castro, the mind's working in mysterious ways as you're trying to find your way out of this corner. Does so successfully and tries to get the afterthought. And oh, I love that little mix from Lunar and continues on.
See how important it is that games on these ledge and juggle situations. You cannot let Zedabrim dominate on stage like Fidel Castro started to do in the latter half of that game 4. This one happened. Just caught unawares and you're caught fishing. Look at the nairs, up tilts, a deeper nair still. Quite getting it.
However, our DIN, no punish, however, off of that one, chase down, goes all the way, catches the DIN, trying to dash inside, they trade, and it worked out for Lunar!
Yo, that is stuck, that's insane! Quick shiner to get out, but man, oh man, for Castro, you're just never interested in having that, never appreciate having that stock ended off. Never want to be losing those scrambles when Zedabrim is supposed to be so good in them.
We've seen it plenty of times, Zubu, and for a good reason. Look what happens when you get caught up with the grab or a stray hit. 67 already, and on this stage, it's so dangerous to get these percents, especially if you're Maple. But all of a sudden, the pendulum swings over to the Stoats end, and a DI check stays alive. But look at the damage they just traded against each other. Oh no!
Hello, Rockwall. The absolute equalizer that it always has been, despite everything. Trying for those invisible backers, head straight through, but we see it. What resources do you have? You have all of them. Tries for a deep nair instead of just going for a full nair.
Oh, I almost got the jump. You're kidding me, Lunar, so close.
Nickel and diming this entire stock, still in control, but you have to worry every time. It doesn't need it, and you do have enough resources to make it back. Had to worry, but we got ourselves our last stock here in this game.
It just had to be this way, and I love the little mix-up with Del Castro's then trying to DI in for the first time, and already Lunar was ready for that when they're playing around with danger, playing around with these platforms, and the aggression continues on both ends. Gets it with the forward tilt! That's it!
That's tough. Looked to do jump DI in wall tech down B, I assume, and just wasn't close enough to wall tech. Like, absolutely brutal. That's the only way you feel confident burning jump there, is if you know and are comfortable with anticipating the wall tech and not being close enough. Just seals the fate, because that's Zedder without a jump against Maple down-angled forward tilt, and yeah, that's what ends up happening. Super tough way to end what was a absolutely insane set.
it was just going great for both ends. It was literally just pendulum.
Oh, yeah, all the way back and all the way forward.
Is that it? Staple. Is that her? Oh no, I got fared. Oh no, I got wave dash. Oh no, I got this. I got that. It just kept going. And then, oh no, my jump did, and the pendulum just kind of fell over on Maple's head. But that was our first Game 5 set. Great stuff on the Clash of the Season for 4 and 5. So Fidel Castro will be going down to Lucius and Lunar. Earns that ticket to go against Animal. And that's going to be a very, very interesting set.
Injecting myself here. We will be going to break soon. I don't feel like typing here, you know what it is.
Yeah, it's one of those days. We're gonna throw it to a quick break as some matches catch up and on losers and on winners side, but all the same, thank you all for watching, and we will see you after this short break. There you go. Salutations, everybody. Welcome back. As we got a little bit of funnies going on here today. It's been a fusion of all time, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? It's gonna keep on rolling. I'm joined by Wolfie to carry through at least two more sets. Oh my God! Flashbang! Oh my God!
Oh God, my eyes!
Why did you do that?
I was just like, they probably just, you know, no. All right, well, yeah, I'm doing great. Well, we've had some great matches going there. A little banger game 5 set that took it to the end, and oh man, it was reported as a 3-1. Sorry, Fidel Castro. Don't lie out there.
No, we're editing those. Boom, add game. Boom. I'm abusing my powers to be accurate. Let's go.
Let's go. And
Maple, and then Maple. Submit. It didn't change anything except give Fidel Castro that nice little pat on the back.
because it was a banger. It was a banger.
I mean, it's game 5 last stock. Like, it was hype. And we're gonna get more Lunar up again. Got the Maple keep on going up against the top seed here today, Animal. Coming in with the Edolis Animal Teacher, and all around excellent dude playing this bear. And oh boy, do I have words about Edolis. But Animal is a great, absolutely fantastic player to watch.
Nope. Fuck that character. I agree.
True.
I do not like Endless for good reasons. And Animal, I think, is the perfect player to embody like how oppressive this character can be. Being the top seed for a damn good reason is to be Lunar, who has to rise up against the Titan here. And with the bear as a huge, big body, you would think that Maple will have a great time, but there are parts and dangerous things you'll see this polar bear do. Ice cold.
Yeah, Edolis is a hard character to quantify because he doesn't play matchups. So despite everything that you could think that Maple has on paper, with amazing ability to catch landing, solid ways to stuff out dash attack approaches and big jump backer approaches off of ice, and fantastic edge guarding, especially vertical edge guarding that can catch Edolis's high recovery. All of that and more. None of it matters if Edolis hits you once and, you know, it gets you off stage. I was waiting to see if that hit you once would have just ended this stock right there. So.
Here's the off-stage part.
Oh, well, you know. Luckily, Edolis does have one of the best distance recoveries in the game. Those are the type of catches that you make, yet getting the wall jump back. Oh. Barely.
It does work out. And oh my god! Almost shuts down this dog. And great aggression by Animal, catching out with a double dare, including the Icicles bear finisher! You're kidding me!
Yo, that was clean. There was no way there that it felt like up air was ever guaranteed with the right drift and coverage. So finding a reset into jump bear was nasty. Perfect way to even things up. Explosive is the name of the game, and staying explosive is everything, and just enough threat down low in order to throw off the recovery route, which Maple's got to be a little strict when heading vertical.
And already with the Space Bears, this is also where it gets tricky, where Endless can switch up the momentum and got it real deep. But because of that recovery and being able to continue it down, excellent mix-up by Annabelle, but Lunar's quick on the chase, trying to find some way to finish it off. And can do so, looking real good, but one more chance, no tech. That should be.
He did get his wall jump back, but just did it a little too low, it seems like. Have the same chance here for Lunar. Nice little tech chase, looking for the flat full extension. One fair, looking for the second. Nice reaction from Animal to hold steady.
Ooh.
You gotta take these scrambles.
Oh my God.
Yo. Animal played it pretty well too. You take the scrambles, you get close to ledge. Assume that Lunar's gonna play it pretty tight, but the commitment from Lunar right there, that's a win con and a half. And with blood in the water, Lunar takes game 1.
That's the real dunks that you gotta go for. Everyone's just like, oh, look at this cool little BM dunk I did to secure the game. And it's like, you're a stock lead. If you lose and miss it, you still got a stock. That was like, Lunar was just like, I'm gonna bet it all because I'm confident in my ability to land it. and it was perfectly placed because honestly, Animal is looking so damn good, but this Stoat, this Ferret, this thing is doing a fantastic job so far shutting it down. Oh.
That's it happens, right? Edois, if you're the biggest problem with Edois and edge guarding Edois is that if you're not right a couple times in a row, Edois can always make it back because of the distance on his feet and because he can wall jump out of it, even if you do find the one hit.
No.
So
That was unfortunate, trying to get the little tether finisher. So now you gotta start over.
yep, you're back at to this point in the game where, yeah, landing the hitting Edois once off stage, super doable. And certainly Lunar wanted to hit him at least one more time off stage, which is just what you have to do. But sometimes this ends up happening. You're off the mark on a couple edge guards, and Animal gets a chance to play with a massive lead because of it.
We saw the Beast and Famine side of going for those deep edge guards. The Beast is where it finally was able to connect, and the Famine part is when you get 3-0'd.
Some of the routing is also like really, really sick here from Animal though. Like most of the time you're expecting like hitfall Nair or hitfall Bear into up air because up air sends at such a devastating angle. But Lunar is getting caught with DI mix-ups operating on assumed bread and butter Edois routes, and it's getting hit by like reverse back air icicles fair, which is just as devastating if you're trying to hold out in anticipation for up air and up air cheesy stock stuff.
We're getting into the advanced areas where I know that you knew that I don't want to do this per usual, so I'm gonna do something that'll counteract what you know. And all of a sudden, Lunar's got it down, and so far with a great stock start with 96. But at the same time, you can never get too complacent. We've seen what Anima can do.
That one time off stage can just be the end of Maple if you do not. Ooh, what a tech roll out! Go down all the way there. Animal has to jump in, puts up a little bit of ice, charge up the forward air too. Okay, yeah. It's been it happens type of night. Sometimes it happens.
It be happening a lot more than usual, and the down strong not getting the strong parts of it staying alive, but jeez.
The teching the up there, well, double stick behind towards the wall of the tech the up air is insane. And those are the type of setups that you're so worried about. That time it was off of down air. Run off, spring, you're gone.
If that up B wasn't already good enough on recovering and as well as on stage to spread out those ice, if you get hit underneath it, you just get spiked down with no chance of return. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you know, it's just like that. I glanced away once and it was like, okay, there's like typical pressure, typical setup, and then, oh, wait, right, yeah, just, you know, run off down air. Edois, let him out.
It's like, hey, remember that up air that I haven't been threatening at all? Here it is. And all of a sudden, Lunar's gotta think about that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow. It's just been a couple of these where, like, you're slightly off the mark and you're slightly uncomfortable, and thus Edois is able to take that for a mile better than any other character can in this game. It's a snowbally game already, and Edois is you call it a feast or famine, and it truly is that for Edois right here. If he's not winning, when he wins so hard, and when he loses, he can feel slightly off the mark again, and the last hedgehog. If that forward air hits, Lunar is feeling great about going into the latter half of this game number 4 with a stock in the hand, with a 3 stock out of the 2 at a relatively low percent.
No!
Alas, if you're not winning, you're losing against Edois.
It's like a tragedy being formed in my brain, and it's directly a fair. The second one as well, unafraid, stacking that damage down, and even the spike is just good enough. So Animal with a huge lead, however, because also if you're Lunar, you gotta be careful of the Dacus as well, and the fair off stage. Look at this pressure going on, exchanging blow for blow off stage, and the forward tilt doesn't collide, but hold on. It's equalized out for now, but no marker. Lunar has no chance to make this one back.
Oh no, I wonder if that was a missed waveland on the plat or just like a off the mark but delay wave dash. All the same, being caught without a jump and air dodge after getting hit like that is brutal for Lunar. One tech flow, that's all it takes.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, you have to make those plays though. Like I don't even blame Lunar for feeling like you need to hit every single time Edois springs, but every time you're put off stage, whether it's by choice or by circumstance, going off stage against Edois can leave you so open for reversal. Animal finds way to ledge and snipes it out down tilt into the runoff up air. Closing down the game 3-1, closing the set 3-1, and just like that, Animal sits in winners finals.
That's the scary part about it too, is that Lunar was ready for the up air setups for majority of the set, and all of a sudden Animal just throws it in as a wrench into Lunar's plans, and it immediately screwed it up. Every single time an up air landed, it led to an instant stock. There was no chance for Lunar to make it.
Okay,
I looked away. Who won that set?
Animal did 3-1.
Animal just 3-1.
Okay.
Good job, RJ.
You didn't win.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I'm bouncing out.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
pass
a
it
lot
off.
of things going on.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'll pass it off over to Yin to carry through the rest of this bracket. Thank you all so much for just slotting in and enjoying a little bit of a little spicy opening to this Collision Series 2 Rivals 2. Enjoy the rest of Fusion, and I'll see y'all next time.
Will do. We gotta see Google's face.
Real. Yeah, well, let's go. Stream.
I can read Ubel's lips too. That's the best part. All here is, oh,
Alright.
fuck.
Again, I'm letting you know that was a live swap.
Why do you hate me, Wolfie?
Oh,
are we live?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey, ready? Watch my camera. Ready?
Word. I would never. As a Utah born and raised, I am an innocent Mormon boy who would never have cursed.
Is the feed still up?
Yeah, it's up on the Twitch and everything. Why did you give me that look?
Yeah, I
Wolfie?
never curse. I spent like half a day with you at Eugene, and I already know.
Bro is outing me.
True.
Man, I thought there was like more support within the queer community, but bro's out here just throwing me under the bus like that. That's heinous. And on the Rivals stream too. It would have been one thing, because like we all know that Smash is a homophobic game, but like Rivals, like
We got homophobic moves, brother. Don't even start.
we do.
But hold up, we got Cheesy Potato versus Gek. Tried and true matchup. I swear they fought against each other before many times. I think it was at the major that they did.
Oh, I'm sure they have. I literally just got home. I'm in the rush of things. I'm pulling up Super Major app right now because I gotta know. How many times have these two played? Cheesy Potato, one of the many top level crags.
Yes.
That character was gifted.
Great little thing. And we'll see how it works out. Cheesy Potato fresh. Both of them are fresh off of that win. And Get just immediately getting hit up there. What a down air, trying to catch the jump immediately. Trapping on both ends, trying to make this offstage shenanigans work, and both of them immediately able to get back onto the stage, but hold on. What an explosive start.
Dude, that's what I love about Gek. Bro is always feigning for a kill. Gets that up smash right after edge dash and all the cheesy checkmate position. You are gone to the heavens.
And hold on, tried to get more excellent waveland on that platform. Slick movement that you just need to have, especially at this level. Great down air, gets the second one, able to get onto the ledge in time, but no. Gek able to escape from it and eating a projectiles directly to the face. Trying to threaten a back here, but Cheesy Potato instead retreating off stage, just kind of threatening
with this with the camping on the corner and gets away with it for now. Great tech, but hold on, the damage is stacking fast again, and Cheesy Potato got 98% in a trade for himself.
That is a ton against Krag. Side note, I just want to give a little bit of note on the situation here. This is only the second time these two have played, and Gek is showing, hey, he knows the business. Last time he was able to take Cheesy, so they're here to go ahead and send another message, but Cheesy gotta go ahead and get that positioning, gets the grab, gets the down smash, not quite gonna kill, having the SDI, or the DI ready to go.
Oh, hold up. Reversal. It might work out. Great angle for Cheesy Potato to keep hugging the stage to avoid that little bit of the magma. The boulder almost finding its mark, but hold on. Great parry on reaction, able to slickly grab the shield. They're going so damn aggressive, but no magma stacks, but an early up B. Cheesy Potato was not ready for that.
They are throwing hands up in here, and you know what? Cheesy's throwing some feet, almost catching the kill, and of course sending those blocks, the constant coverage. It's so threatening at all times, Wolfie. And now we might even be dropping another stock. No, we got the text here.
Krag once again, and the uppy. My goodness, the Sky Scorcher works out, and a baseball toss and hit. Able to secure that stock. And nice DI, able to land on the stage, has some magma ready to go, and stalling out on the recovery, is able to barely make that tech, but because of how linear the Sky Scorcher is, he gets snuffed out by utilizing that the special getup, which gives you so much time to go for that ledge hog.
So useful to have against Loxo. He loved that special get up to go ahead and break out of that combo right there. Still Cheesy, not on the back foot whatsoever. The parry's coming through. I loved earlier we saw the early up B from Gek. Now Cheesy is ready to get the call out. Now we're on stage mode. Gek! The wrong way.
Bet it all on an aerial stampede, but because it's used as a recovery and some distance, it leads to your death, and immediately asking for that run back. We'll see the stage strikes come immediately into play as Gek reeling back from that one, but it looked so damn good.
It looked so good. I mean, a big part of it was the ability to just live on that second stock all the way to 200%. The mix-ups on the recovery, but Cheesy started figuring it out. Now on Jules Veil, I like this. You get that extra platform coming off the side to allow for yourself to have a much easier time, but Cheesy ain't gonna let you fly here. You are gone already in 10 seconds.
Crash landed and leaving no time to consider what just happened. Here comes the chain grabs, immediately ends it. Hold on with the rock tosses. The rock pull coming into play, and oh, I love the movement, but Cheesy Potato was just ready for it. Gets the second down here and has to trade the stock, but no, because of that pillar.
Why could she leave that, Wolfie?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was a problem, and Gek needs to find. Oh no. Don't let it be. Gek breaking free, not letting that special pummel happen. That would have assuredly been death there. Cheesy looking poised to take this game, but Gek, of course, sending out the axe, has plenty of solutions. The meatball coming through, looking pretty tight, but Cheesy breaking free.
Gets out. More now, great parry on demand, on reaction, and has the rocks ready to go, being tossed out. And the wave dash movement trying to come in from Gek, but Cheesy Potato just puts a stop to it immediately. A 3-0 with a nice dunk as a finisher. Honestly, Gek, you have no time to breathe whatsoever, transitioning from game 1 to 2, and 2 is just over in a blink of an eye as you're thinking about the third.
Wish I could see that, Cam. I want to see the reaction after that one. Cheesy putting the hands on him. I don't even know what to say there. That was painful.
Painful. It's the pressure. And that pressure can make or break. That's how diamonds are created. And Gek's got to be the one in the rough. Great reaction to use that spot dodge to avoid the special there, and it was one of the backwards hitbox of that bear, but unable to get it. Has to instead opt for a good amount of damage, but here's the problem. When you're off stage like that, there's so many things that can possibly go wrong, as Cheesy Potato already trying to scrap with Gek off stage, gets a grab, and continues on with the pressure. The rock finds its mark, and it cut off the eruption!
Dude, Cheesy is playing unscared at all times. It is go, go, go. We are seeing so many buttons per minute. Gek finally cutting off the wound right there, you know. Needed to put the stop to the bleeding. Now, Cheesy in hand, but still breaks free. Gek just missing out on the opportunity there on the up throw.
Tourniquet on to stop the bleeding for sure, but for how long until you get the help that you need? Trying to go for I like it, I respect it, but Cheesy Potato not gonna let that one slide. Hold up. Instant tech, instant reaction, gets the grab after the pillar, goes off stage fully, and is able to continue on. Excellent timing on that one. Almost gets the spike afterwards, but Gek has just been trapped off stage for what seems to be generations, what seems to be years, and a missed rock throw. Gonna keep Gek alive for now, but for how long as Cheesy Potato is just on the hunt for a finisher.
Millennia gone through and somehow living here. Cheesy breaking free. Dude, the
Ooh.
problem is you drop the pillar, you are out. Switching up the position might have been up. Now is the brush getting caught. Having plenty of lava there. Right on back three.
And you're gonna be pressured. Hold on. Tries to go for the back air. Has to do everything. Has this huge lead to work with for the first time in what seems to be years, but got caught trying to go too low and pays the price for it. Cheesy Potato gets hit up with the parry. Great stuff. You can easily punish that move with the projectiles if you just get too scared. But hold on, jump got caught. Forced to burn the air dodge. That there was pixels away from landing and caught the tech. Eruption ready to go. Gets sniped out instantly. A call up for Cheesy Potato to make it a 3-0.
I'm sorry. I thought last time Gek won. I think Cheesy is trying to rewrite history, you know? 3-0, and that did not look fun for Gek either.
Oh hell no. Even stuck in disadvantage, it just seemed to be an uphill battle. Playing just to survive, and Cheesy Potato plans to keep on thriving. Makes that 3-0 into a clip-worthy session and earns that ticket to go against Animal in a winner's finals.
I think the big part of it was just the lack of fear to play the offstage game. You understand that Lox has a pretty linear recovery route, and so you go full steam ahead, get that offstage interaction. Okay, cool. You hit me with the side B, but I still maintain myself close enough to the wall that I can hit that tech and I respawn right back with the down air. I respawn right back with the back air, the pillar, whatever it might be. Cheesy was always ready to respond in kind, even if they were the one to get hit first. And then also the parry timings. I mean, I know you mentioned it on that first game where there was a single moment where Gek caught Cheesy lacking. That early up B, you weren't ready to parry. It was no question from there on out. Cheesy was on time every single moment and was ready for those early recoveries. Because you had to be scared when you were off stage.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it. And it's really interesting to kind of see this matchup go with Animal versus Cheesy Potato. I think Animal has definitely gotten the better end of it. Even was able to win Fusion 260 by beating Cheesy Potato, and actually was able to win against VBats. So we'll see how this Endless gets into play. We just saw a deconstruction of someone's play of the poor little stoat, the little ferret.
Yeah,
We'll have to see how it works.
It was a brutalization, and that oftentimes can be how Endless feels to fight against. He has one of, if not the best advantages in the game. You have the ice to cover so much range. And of course, you might try to stall for a little bit of time with the pillar. Doesn't matter, he's still coming out there to go ahead and try to get the down gone right now. Putting some hands, Animal. Nice fast pace, not worrying about too much ice coverage, just focusing on the boxing.
And boxing is what you're gonna get. Great parry, actually, by Cheesy Potato, but it's all for naught. A miss directly to the face, a sucker punch. No way to defend yourself from that one as Cheesy Potato gets the stock taken. Animal already in control of this match. Great little 1-2 so far for Cheesy Potato, but it's rough. It's really rough, and what a nice stuff. And the scramble just got it.
That was a really good call out, just forcing the pressure onto Animal, pushing him up into the skies, and then once he tries to get on, landing it, go ahead and snuff it out. Right now, Animal looking to snuff out another stock of his own there. Gets the back air, almost getting the down air as well. Cheesy now back in control, gets the fair. No dunk quite yet, but
Nice.
keep the pressure going, just mitigate this roll.
And the icicles were so close to being parried that would have been something for free. And one of the best recoveries in this game, the vertical wise, for distance, and an excellent coverage by Cheesy Potato. You have to make every single moment the Animal is off stage count, because if you don't, you just get executed. And a quick up B evens the score in a blink of an eye.
The flames of Cheesy? That was the flames of war coming through and burning that potato right there. A big part, sorry, I'm like frazzled. A big part of what Animal did on that first stock, getting it, even though Cheesy had parried the icicles, normally that goes ahead and puts Edelus into stun, right? But Animal specifically positioned to go ahead and, as they were falling, grab the ledge and cancel that parry stun. Really well done by Animal right there to utilize that and still maintain the aggressive momentum, even though icicles, when you are ready for it, that parry could be detrimental.
100%. But being able to find the times to do so, and look at that forced air dodge because of the icicle. Has to use the defensive ball. And an excellent time on the icicles once again, but Animal's ready for it. Not going fully off stage, just going in the position where you grab ledge, but yep. Having so many options to edgeguard as Endless is, for some reason, I still can't wrap my head around. The dare is perfect. The fair is perfect. The back air is perfect. And God forbid you get hit with the up air or the up B at this point, because Cheesy Potato is just trying to make it back, but is getting cooked right now.
Sure, you made it back, but you still took 80% in one interaction. That is a huge problem. Did his parry and everything. Got a position off stage, but Animal firing right back on all cylinders. Potato finally in a position to maybe take a stock, but it doesn't matter because of that vertical recovery. You go up to the skies, you use icicles, go ahead and cover your recovery. And you're all set.
And the icicle continues to put the pressure on, and now Animal threatens off stage, gets a nice finisher, excellent chase down. Guillotine comes down and just heads Cheesy Potato, who has been unable to find anything. Great finisher, however, cleans that one up, but you're still behind so much, Yin.
Jesus Christ, Cheesy. A little bit of an answer back, though, finding more the rock, the boulder, knock him on his head. Still gonna make it back. You get the second recovery out, and now Animal back in neutral. Thank God for the moment, but Cheesy does not like playing neutral. We're in advantage once more.
And tried to get the fair finisher, trying to get the spike as well, but instead it's gonna be the drop kick. One that Goldship would be proud of, as Cheesy Potato evens the score, and that's so important this matchup again. This is so volatile for Animal, and hold on!
I'm sorry, you went off stage? You went off stage? The stakes have been made, all right? Cheesy is one of the longest time players, especially when it comes to Crag. She doesn't get rolled when it comes to not only rivals. She has been a top player for this long. She knows how to utilize, and she is doing so right now with this.
Just so damn good. And now a bigger stage to work with. I can understand why you're an Animal then. Trying to find some way to get yourself out of the scrambles, but thank goodness the pillar was on. But look how intent Animal is to get this finishing stop with the spike, but unable to find it for now. And that the moonwalk on Cheesy Potato's end, I like it. Dress to win press and play, so you can go ahead and stay in the bracket, and boom, finds another fair.
That was so good by Cheesy, lining up the rock to go ahead and keep the mid-range on the up B, then send the forward air, almost dying off that stage right there.
And an excellent time, excellent air dodge to avoid the icicles. But look at the sheer force, and an excellent air dodge. Cheesy Potato survives, but for how long, Yin? For how long?
I don't know how you do it, and now you're back off stage again. You have to fight through the polar bear. He might not be a wind elemental, but hey, you can ground him right there. Cheesy alive first and right back off stage. Anytime you are off stage against Edelus, your heart should be fearful.
Should be as well. But it's Cheesy Potato who's in the driver's seat. Has the rock ready to go. They're just scrambling off stage, but honestly, Cheesy Potato's happy. You've gotten so much done. Here comes the pillar insurance, baby, but can't get the cash out in time. Can't collect it. Or I should say it did get collected. You still gotta pay the price eventually. Great fair to armor right through the rock shot. Missed fair, hold up! This is disaster!
25 so far. Got the forward air. Go ahead and position them in the corner. No downer to connect, but that means Cheesy Potato gets to get the reversal, and now forward air connects. He gets the shot instead.
Golden Age. Or Cheesy Potato might just be starting. Trying to continue on with the lead. Excellent tech. You just gotta DI in and get that tech button ready to go. That's not safe. So hold on. Cheesy Potato, an opportunity arises as Animal getting cut off stage. Crag's one of the characters that can do it, that can really force this out there. Great spike down, but the finisher's not there, and oh no, gets hit with the fair. And remember, those are smaller blast zones on the side due to the changes to make the stage a little bit more unique, despite it being very, very large.
A little bit more uniqueness with that icicle. Almost cost him his life, and actually might have. No, still living off the top. Of course, in the back though, in position. Now, Cheesy just giving him the fisticuffs.
Oh my god. That's a fail. Just said, you've been striking down with that bear for too many times. Shuts it down. And Cheesy Potato on the brink of being able to take it. That was a commanding victory. And 2-1, shutting down the counter pick on Animal's end. We're going to see how it works out on a different stage pick. And I'm not surprised that we're going to Merchant Court.
Dude, I swear this matchup is feeling like the most Scrimblow stuff in all the best ways. This constant violence, non-stop. Right now, already 75. Throw him off stage with the up air, and now Cheesy barely fights through, but it didn't even matter because Animal was positioned for the grab once more, and the back air to snuff it out. No pillar in hand. Somehow made it back.
Yeah, and the forward tilt didn't get, the up tilt I should have said didn't get punished, but the finisher comes into play anyways. Animal try to make up for that loss in the previous game. Here come the chain grabs, but unable to find any more. But in this case, an unsafe hit, but a great swing. And trying to continue on with this momentum. The fair to fair, of course, Animal's gonna win that one anytime. That weak, that armor is so damn good with that fist.
Positioning to hit with the chain instead of the armor. Almost even got the reflection of that parry. Back air, forward air. Cheesy responding in kind.
And deploying charge neutrally, that's not gonna give you the armor that you'd want. But hold on. This is the Animal House after all. We're still just patrons in this game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going off stage looking a little dangerous, but hold on. Advantage state with the tech chasing with the rock. Everyone's still vulnerable to it, even if you are Edelus. And the pressure just continues on.
Doesn't matter who you are, where you be. Cheesy is coming for you. Oh my lord. I know Animal was looking for that forward air, just not calling it out. The icicles, that should be it. Yep.
No time to shield or parry the icicles that usually Cheesy Potato is gonna do to protect that pillar. Just times the pillar just right, there's no response time, and instantly. Really good move to fake out. Try to be used by Animal was not bought at all. And Cheesy Potato instead picks up the aggression. Hold on.
The rock is a big deal there. Still, Cheesy hasn't made it out of the woods yet, especially as that forward air connects once more. Icicles doing the business there and sending Cheesy to the depths of Davy Jones' locker.
Too low to try to get the recovery back. And instant strikeouts for two of the best stages that Crag could be on, especially for cheesing out that recovery. So all of a sudden, what are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick Ethereal Forest? Are you gonna pick Jules Vale for the more of the platform centric? And here we go.
Make it a much smaller stage compared to what we've been playing on the past 2 games. Already going to benefit Easy in that form. That being said, Animal still gets plenty of tools here to convert off of those platforms, get up to mix the vertical recovery as well. As Cheesy has done a pretty good job of blocking him down the corner at times. At the moment, he does so. Boulder in hand, opts to just go ahead and get the pedal in. Up airs coming in.
The trade. Cheesy wasn't ready for that one, and it's caught swinging, trying to go for a crouch cancel down tilt. That's a safe response, but unable to wave dash onto the block for the second try. He's able to succeed and finds the spike, but it's not good enough. And Ellis can make that one back any time of the week, but instead it's the fair finisher. Cheese Potato has a lead to work with, but Animal can make that disappear in a blink of an eye, but instead, Cheese Potato surviving and getting the tech chases with the rock, but the hammers, they collide together and sparks fly, but Cheese Potato's still alive.
On Crag doing some good work. Boulder in hand, gonna make it much harder to make it back to us. Potato dropping that stock. Now 2 for 2, 69% on Animal. Oh, Easy, still getting mad aggressive. Don't matter if you win, you got the chance to go ahead and crouch cancel that.
Man, nice chase down. That almost killed too. That was trying to maybe dash away from that DI. And here come the rock shards. Animal trapped, unable to do anything.
Nick working out so well for Cheesy there, being able to position with Rock, and again doing so. 42, looking for the down here. We go for a double.
Tried to go for more. Can smell victory in the waters. Can smell it in the air. Trying to find the finisher and does so. Cheesy Potato, she's got it. Spikes the pair down and finishes it. No default app needed. We know where the win happened, baby.
It wasn't on Outlook. It wasn't on no Microsoft Edge. It was on Jules Vale, all right?
No need to look anything up. That was the dub that was just secured by Cheesy Potato and does so with finesse.
Dude, those games were so dominant one side each time, where game number 4 really felt like Animal just cleaned Cheesy's clocks. Game 3, game 5, of course, Cheesy obliterated Animal. And so the fact that it went game 5 in such dominant fashion each game was really fun to see. And not your normal for a game 5 set.
Yeah. It was just great adjustments that we got to see come into fruition from Cheesy Potato. And Animal had plenty of those moments as well. You can never sleep on this Edless, as we saw going against Lunar. But a nice game 5 hype set showing off the best from both of these fantastic players. You know, earning that ticket to Grand Finals. Cheesy Potato trying to take this fusion to go, but there's still plenty of resistance that we're going to see as Gek fighting against Fidel Castro, and as well as Air Gordon going against Unknown. Air Gordon having a little bit of a tragic set against Cheesy Potato and trying to get that redemption. Already got the top 8 selected, but we need to see that ticket earned for losers quarterfinals.
Now with
Yeah, I
that
will
noted,
say,
we're actually
with
gonna
that
take a
noted,
little burp break.
hey, fair enough. So you heard him. We'll see you after the break, chat.
Welcome everyone back to your nice little wait. Thank you so much for waiting, and we are back at Fusion number 267 for some more Rivals 2 action. I am Close Master Zone Wolfie Scratch, and I'm joined by my good friend, my brother Yin. How you feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling great. We got Lunar Gakinga coming up to the plate. Oh my lord. I'm one of those. I'll be honest. I'm one of those people that gets a little frustrated playing against Loxodon. But then I watch Gek play, and I can't hate the elephant at that point.
I can.
It's so you can.
I can.
You are such a hater, Wolfie. Look
You're
at this.
goddamn right I am. There are some characters in this game that are just plain old disgusting, but Gek being able to pilot this character at this level is some great little stuff. And right now, with losers semifinals and all the characters in play, this is kind of what I was expecting on any of these players able to take the entire tournament.
Yeah, this is very much par for the course. You got Animal, you got Cheesy Potato. Those are the two big beasts, and then even Gakinga and Lunar, they are like your Herculean demigods, where it's like, sure, they're not Zeus, but like that's a technicality at most, you know? Like they are on that, they are right up in that bitch, ready to go ahead and take over. We'll have to see which of these two are able to do it. Of course, Lunar having dropped out to Animal earlier, Gakinga dropping out to Cheesy. Both of these two were one set away from making out winners finals, and now they got to go ahead and duke it out in what has become a very expected matchup. You got the heavyweight versus the maple. In this case, it's going to be that Loxo.
Lunar being able to do so well so far, has had a lot of tight sets, has always been dropping games, which is there's to no fault. How Lunar plays is quite understandable. Sometimes just goes for those long distance 50-50 all for nothing sort of plays. We'll see how it does against Loxodon, who can be quite punishing when you do make these overextensions, which is exactly what a heavy character needs to do in order to escape the clutches of such a lightweight. And already starting off strong with 71 in the lead and excellent DI to get away from those dash attacks. That's something I've realized that a lot of Maples will struggle with. Getting those dash attacks and the follow-ups is that much harder.
Yeah, that fast ball speed makes it much more difficult. Gakinga able to go ahead and capitalize off it, gets that throw into the up air again. Allows for some very nice combos. That light wing could be coming into later on, as we already are at 98%. That being said, Maple, of course, having plenty of advantage today. Lunar getting caught up, just standing there for the moment, trying to figure out what Gakinga was going to do to respond. Love that eruption into the back air.
Getting a quick one. And as well, look at this movement coming in from Gek. Once again, making it happen, tries to get the spike, was so close to landing it, but Lunar instead switching on the tip of the scales and gets an easy ledge off of that. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about with Lunar being able to go deep for those kind of plays. But on against Loxodon, you need to make it happen, especially off stage.
Yes, sir, and utilizing the up air instead of getting the extra recovery you get to stall, guaranteeing the Ledgehog there was so good. Now at this point, we're running around circles. Gakinga saying, hey, you don't get to just be up in my space running around. I'm gonna go ahead and snuff you out and snuff out your life right there with the back air.
Such a sick confirmation, and whoa, goes hella deep because of the drag there from the Sky Scorcher. Trying to find some way to get around it, but this is a fully stacked up, and the eruption explodes onto Lunar. Trying to find some way. That's not a good way to do it at all. A missed grab leading into a nice little play. Tried to get the second one, but unable to find its mark. But Yin, look how fast this match is accelerating. But Gek in a little bit of trouble, but just barely makes it back.
Dude, I love the back air utilization from the Maple. Instead, we're going to see the back air utilization from Gakinga. Trying to lock it down with the meatball. Now at ledge, no back air connect. It is such a wide move, and it covers such a great range to go ahead and get the kill. Instead, looking for the 50-50, but Gakinga just holding up and out. Gets the kill with the up strong.
DIN, you're going to pay with your life. And Gek, strong with it. An excellent way to start off this set on losers semifinals. Being able to just kind of go up, and we're seeing an instant switch. This is the Rano. Yeah, Lunar has on the secondary end. Google was talking about it on the character pools that it's capable of, and just not feeling comfortable with the Maple. I can see why, but At the same time, let's see if we can step up as we hop onto Rock. Oh,
I like this pick overall with the Rano. You go ahead, get a little bit higher capability to recover, especially against the Elephant. You have a longer lingering move with the back air, with the Nair. So far, much better combo game from Lunar against Gek. 58 gets the down tilt, and of course, that Nair. Such a good conversion tool, especially when you hit fall it. Now, though, yeah, Kinga fighting on back, Lunar ready to DI out this time and avoid the up throw.
this is the heavy tax. You gotta pay it eventually when you're playing against characters like Rano, or just combo fiends, and as well as tech chasing masters. And just being able to go for it. Look at that early eruption leading into this nice string. And look at that back air, sneaks it in and secures a stock out of nowhere.
So good. Love seeing that reverse hit and all get Kinga. Luke understanding the advantage state of the character. That's why you have to practice this game. It's so difficult, and already racking up to 47%. Gek understands how to convert at all time.
Get this Yin. Gek just looks unstoppable. Up strong finisher. Off the top plat. Rockwall. The curse remains, and Lunar just looks devastated, unable to do anything so far.
Dude, this started off so good, and it is ending so poorly right now for Lunar. Heck, just jumping off the stage to see if they could go ahead and bait Lunar into jumping towards them. Now, we get the double, the triple.
Oh my god!
You're done. I don't even know if I can blame Rano. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I can. I think it was the rock wall. Like, good lord, bro just popped him onto the platform every time, and then because the blast zones are so close on rock wall, finished it off. Still Lunar deciding to go ahead and get with the Maple. I think it's really just that movement, wanting to be able to move in and out of the spaces that Gek wants to occupy. And so hopefully, you know, we see a little something more. Heading right back to Rockwall. For the love of Jesus Christ, don't let it be the same way.
I mean, I get it. Maple is one of the best stages to be on. That's Stoke. It makes some scams happen for sure, but the problem is when you're going against Lockston, especially the likes like Gek, who, with these back airs, it's weaponized Trevor. I think that's the best way of putting on it. The back airs are purposely facing the wrong way to send you flying off onto the other side, and even land a chain grab. Finally gets away. Lunar needs to make this lead and continue it on some way, somehow. But already, Gek, once again, quick on the chase and able to reversal this situation.
Dude, that up B somehow connecting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the whip was allowing Gek to get the kill. Oh, you talked about it during game 1. You can't whip him from a Loxodon. He will kill you over time.
Not just any Loxodon.
Gek?
It's gonna be Gek being able to get the follow-up after these up airs is something that people were talking about. A lot of Loxodon players are talking about, and Gek is no exception. Look at that scoop!
You are a tyrant. You are a sugar.
Reverse hit of up air, being able to land that confirmation in such a tight window is phenomenal. As finally Lunar is able to land a stock, and hopefully we'll be able to try to continue this momentum on forward. But if there's a momentum killer, it's Gek utilizing that backwards hitbox of the up air. So damn devastating when it lands, and such a pretty safe option from what I'm seeing that Lunar has been unable to deal with. And look at this movement coming into play. Gek just wants to make it so this is a quick 3-0, wants to quickly move on to face against Animal in losers finals, and I do not blame this Elephant. And Lunar trying to find some way to stop the bleeding, but it's all for naught as it blasts. Eruption leads into the bear finisher, slices through and blazing a trail of glory into losers finals. Gek with the Loxodon.
Hey chat, welcome back from the break. We are heading into top 3. Right, Wolfie? So excited for this top 3 that we are starting out of the break.
It's there's got to be a content warning. This is a East rated stream. What we just saw there was that was illegal.
Shut the stream down! Shut it
Not a
down!
big stream. There's,
That's the Loxodon that sent Zetterburn to kill Forsberg. That's a villain. That's a villain.
That is the villain that we know Loxodon to be. Gekinga showcasing it. This is something that I hadn't even really thought of until watching Gek play. Is how strong reverse up air is. Starting behind you near the ground, that is such an aggressive tool. Where normally you're going to be used to that forward air, the side Bs are the main pressure that you expect against Loxodon. Gek says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and RAR you and send in this up air. And if you get hit by that, that's a really broken combo tool because you're expecting to go ahead and hold away on, say, the side B, for example. But instead, you are holding directly into that force of the up air, and that is so easily comboed into that back air.
I feel like that the number one thing is just the utilization of the back air. That's disgusting. Being able to get the backwards hitbox of that consistently to lead into early stocks after confirmation windows, including the up air with the backwards hitbox. Everything was just able to just come together in this sandwich of violence, and hopefully that momentum is able to carry on forward against Animal, who has been a huge roadblock for many players, including Gek as well.
We got the triple heavyweight finals here. Losers finals going to be that Lox versus Edelus. We had the Edelus versus Krag. Maybe we'll get a run back of the Lox versus Krag. Who knows? Gekinga looking like a monster right now, but you know what? Animal has been showcasing the same thing. He is a beast on the Edelus and already starting off with a clean 54, pushing him off the ledge. I love the utilization. Even if you shield, you're right back at a disadvantage. Nonetheless, Gekinga back into neutral.
And all of a sudden, Gek's facing against another heavyweight that's willing to box and willing to get huge amount of combo strings, and thank goodness the pair didn't come out any earlier. The trade on the aerials works out and forcing their way in, and he's trying to do it. Gets the up air. Oh my goodness, reverse up air rush into back air finisher. What a way to start it off. And look at that armor right through which is using the fair, but Animal instantly responds back.
That's the thing. When we saw Animal earlier, it was against Cheesy, right? Krag has a lot more options than Loxodon does against those icicles. Animal able to go ahead and lock it down. Even if your side B, you are getting caught by an icicle, and that means you have a confirm in store. Now, Animal rolling on in and gets caught by the up air. It's those reverse up airs that we saw last game. They are coming to fruition during this set as well.
Reverse up air utilization is coming in, and the eruption leads into a click 1-2 combo. Excellent stuff, utilizing that pressure with the magma boulder. It's packing the heat, and it's perfect to melt the ice, and X Animal disintegrates the poor bear off on the side of the stage, and a fully magma charge ready to go Gek is trying to come out swinging, but look at that back air confirmation. Delays the eruption. Great recovery, and Animal goes too low.
That was so good by Gek. And despite the fact that, you know, I kind of was feeling a little bit worried, knowing how hard the recovery can be against Edelus with Loxodon, showcasing how to go ahead and hold into that stage, taking the damage, and holding. If you're going to be in disadvantage, you still won't be on stage. Take extra combo damage as long as you don't get in that off stage edge.
And you're absolutely right. Sacrifices need to be made, and Gek seems to be ready to go. And hold on. Look at these plus frames that Edelus has got continuing on, but a great tech by Gek. Ready to go, and has a ledge trap set up. Wow, look at that back here, perfectly placed, as Edelus is struggling to make it on back up. Plenty of damage, however, great little stack up there, but unable to escape. Look at this, huge stock taken. Utilizing those perfectly placed neutral specials and using the eruption to safely make it back.
Definitely bring the meatball out there. There's so much space and checkmate, but instead the checkmate gonna be right there. plenty of combos into the border. It allows Animal to take that stock. Nonetheless, while I talked up a lot of Edelus's edge guards, they're talking about the shield break right now. Kinga forcing the way out with the upbeat, gets the back air. Unable to capitalize much, so gets the troubles.
Honestly, that reward might continue to grow bigger and bigger, but look at this. Even gets a little flustered by how blessed Edalus can be. And the Sky Scorcher utilized to get through every single thing Edalus is throwing out there. Look at that. Already on the prowl for a falling up air. Reverse hit of it. Gets the dash attack to DI'd in. That's going to be trouble. And look at that fully charged one! And explodes on impact!
Icicles out that close to locks. Especially not with that Magna charge, that up smash doing wonders right there. Gets the side B thrown right back off stage, that command grab. Brutal to get hit by, but now Animal in position. Gotta take this stock right here. Down tilt. Beautifully done after the parry. Icicle making it a little bit easier to get the edge guard unless you flub in the face.
Honestly, this is the most vulnerable I've seen Animal ever that I've been casting these matches. Not just this tournament set, but just in general, Yin.
I cannot believe the fact that Vegeta is just taking it down. I really expected this to be a difficult matchup, but this is an obliteration, an evisceration at that 58. Sickles, I like it a little bit of a win, but still, you showcase him the option of you positioning that and jeez, and another one after that.
Juanen lands it and able to air dodge to safety, thank goodness, because that surely would have killed. And speaking of that one, those icicles are a little dangerous. That's 3 parries. If you're not careful, and Animal didn't know that as well. Quick on the chase, double up body splash. And an excellent air dodge and a great recovery. Great tech, hugging the floor for dear life. And instead, Edalus trying to finish it off and looks like might be able to just do so.
Pushed him just far enough away with the throws, with the icicles, gets the confirmation. Now get Kinga trying to go ahead and slide on in. I love how they used that platform with the wave dash. Now, there, putting Animal at ledge, really trying to get this stock. Animal is starting to find their stride in game number 3.
Forward throw shuts that one down, however, Yin, and see what Gek can do. Look how fast this movement is for both these players. They may be heavy characters, but don't be fooled. They are quite mobile. And continuing on with the Spanish stage, tech chase after tech chase. The Stampede keeps fighting its sparks and throwing Animal down into the ground. And that just did so much damage trying to make this comeback happen. Great strike back with the trade! It works out in the favor for Edalus. If you're underneath that up special, you're for sure gonna get sent down to hell.
I love that Animal automatically pulling the trigger, understanding what the position was. Yeah, Kinga pulling the trigger on the back air there. You can't miss the text, otherwise they are going to be ready to capitalize. Now, nice and Eden, last stock. This is the best Animal has looked, and yet Kinga is showcasing how they could go ahead and make a polar bear go extinct.
Fire and ice. A tale true this time, but there's a reason why the heat melts it. There's a reason why, as steam forms from the battle as it clashes on together as Gek, trying to find a way to shut this one out as easy as possible, goes so deep! Gek finishes it off with confidence! Get those files out of there! We just saw a victory in an ass-beating form!
But was trying to find the win there and could not find it in the deep files. Lord Jesus Christ, get Kinga putting Wolfie into the dark. Oh, now bright, now bright. Dude, that was... What the just happened to Animal? Production, are you checking on Animal right now? I need you to check on Animal. I need to make sure that they're okay. Oh, and Wolfie is
Check the
killed.
setup. It was
There it is.
absolute setup. That's all I gotta say. That's all I really can say at this point, because that was just phenomenal.
Coverage, getting that back air there. game 1 using the meatball to force Daedalus high. Like, I know there's constant talks of the fact that sure, the verticality of Daedalus's recovery is really strong. But it's so scary to try to edgeguard Daedalus, especially when he has so many tools. And then if you ever get caught off stage, get the reverse up air and die. But Gekinga showed no fear and showed a full understanding of how to push Animals into the wrong position. Maybe that will come through here against Cheesy. But again, Frag is another beast, especially when piloted by Cheesy.
And this is a run back as well. Gek got cleaned up pretty one-sidedly on the bracket when they first played against. But already Gek just looks completely different, utilizing every single backward hitbox directly. As Cheesy Potato is just trying to barely make it back on stage. Look at this movement. Oh my god. 2 for flinching. Look, it goes. Got caught you slipping. Gek is just playing so confident right now, and you need that kind of energy. You really need this momentum to continue on. And Cheesy Potato gets erupted, and the stock disappears in a pool of lava.
This is a no rock zone whatsoever. Cheesy looking for the up air, but Gekinga with the side beam to evade. Not even using it as aggression, but instead as an escape option. Love that on the movement. Calling out the pummel there. Cheesy getting way too greedy and getting caught stuck. And you can't lose. Each against Gek. That's what you need to do.
And you're rock, not the molten boulder that Gek is throwing out there. And a perfect tech chase. You just can't do no wrong. This elephant just can't find a way to mess up, but Cheesy Potato, never count her out. You never can in these kind of matchups. And look at this aggression by 2 heavy characters. Hold on, got the fair. A great little turnaround by using the no stacks of the eruption to try to threaten with that back air. We've seen it when Forsberg plenty does it of times with the consume. Excellent air dodge and even better tech to stay alive. Gek staying alive, but for how long can you do it? Because Cheesy Potato is looking intent to try to finish it off. But look at the reversal!
The pillar coming out just in time, but you're
It worked!
I mean, Cheesy still dies, but like, Gek died first there. You know what? I don't even care.
I don't have time.
So glad you called out the no stack eruption. The movement from Gek is so swaggy at all times, dude. Being able to just constantly put out the threat of a kill move like back air, and we almost saw a kill on that last stock too. Cheesy just not ready to DI properly at such a quick, rapid fire option. Gek is on another level right now. This is not the same Gek that we saw with Cheesy earlier.
We're watching finesse and magic in action. You can never count Cheesy Potato out, though. I stress that so much because there's a reason why she's sitting in the winner's side of this grand finals. But in all honesty, I don't recognize Gek anymore. The difference between here on this current thing that we're seeing right now and what I saw earlier on the winner's side earlier in the bracket when they clashed in winner's semifinals. This is the same Gek that got 3-0'd handedly. This is an entirely different beast.
The speed, the precision, the knowledge checks. Look at that, getting the call out with the movement and understanding.
Oh my god!
Cheesy Gekinga is the leader here.
The crowd. Who does it wear for? Excellent chase down by Cheesy Potato, cleaning up that stock. We can't let this get anywhere. And a preemptive parry, it was the right idea, just the wrong timing. Next, exchange resources, but look at that. Neutral air, ballsy grab, and I like this. Why opt for a weak up air when you get a guaranteed eruption or a combo? Using the rocks as well. Cheesy Potato, ooh, threatened with the spike. Reverse hits for days!
It doesn't matter if it's a reverse hit. It doesn't matter if it's a weak spot. It's what Gek wanted and planned for. And now, he might be planning to murder you off that stage. Got a little aggressive. Oh no. Cheesy, don't go off stage.
Oh, goodness. got the aggression. 112 though. You're at 5% for a lot of stuff to start killing. And an excellent time to shield. Cheese Potato, great parry. Great stall by Gek! Finishes the job! You're kidding me!
I'm saying, Cheesy, I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. Gek, this is a monster coming for you offstage. I feel like this Aramata is a trap, right? Like,
I don't know.
Aramata was banned last time, and now it is. I'm a little scared it's a trap to get.
We'll have to see.
It's not looking like a trap to get.
Nah. But why not, if you want to get rid of it now, make it so that Cheesy Potato, even if this starts to go awry and able to make these wins happen, why not make it so you can never go back on the stage because of DSR? Why not just get rid of it now? Yeah, why not just get rid of it now? Because you're looking so damn good anyways. Maybe the confidence will take you further, but it's Cheesy Potato, baby. 3-1 at Blink. Less than a minute.
Look, I need you to understand, audience at home, if this is the first time you're ever watching Crag, this character, who's Cheesy, and Cheesy Potato, is that gal, alright? She is a god at it. And look at that.
God. Oh my God.
The dynamicism. Oh my god.
Stop the momentum, and this is honestly the time you have to do it. Cheesy Potato can't let the second set start off with a hot 3-0. And has a great path towards it. Has Eruption ready to go, able to just barely get that snap on. Great chase down, but the tech was just in time. Slowing it down once again, but the boulders find a mark, sniping for the double hit. Boulder tossed directly to the chest, and that's exactly what Cheesy Potato needs to bring this back.
Whether it's a gigantic boulder or just the debris, it does not matter. It is good enough for Cheesy Potato to go ahead and get that stock. Now, though, we're playing on Gek's counter pick. And considering how Rockwell went for Cheesy's counter pick, I would be a little bit worried here. That being said, the Aramata was a great place to go ahead and switch up the tempo, and especially with these characters, tempo can be everything. And I want you to notice, if you are feeling that fire inside of you, it can really change the way that you play. Right now, again, kind of learning that lesson, but finds the grab, gets the back air, and now Cheesy off stage.
Cheesy's comfortable off stage. He just can't get too close to Gek, and that's the problem. Cheesy Potato knows that Gek is so vulnerable when put off stage, and what a parry to show for it. Still has no magma shots, but a great nair. You had to stop that boulder from colliding, and the backwards hitbox of the up air barely wasn't able to find its mark. Look at this. They're both trying to recover, and they scramble back on stage, showing exactly how far, how fast, and how deadly this dance for two. Because damn, it's starting to get violent.
It really is that. An aggressive move. Got the pressure coming on in, but hey, Cheesy running him really going to the side B to stall the usage of the pillar. Still had it. Make it back.
How do you make that back? What?
She's just different. I don't know why you're surprised. It's Cheesy.
So, the bear will still find its mark. A miracle recovery. And it's going to be a recovery that Gek needs to make it back, just does so. A great little down tilt trying to force a tech situation. The backwards hitbox of the bear not going to lead to a bear because of the high percents. Great recovery, but an excellent coverage by Cheesy Potato. Can you finish the job? No!
No.
For now, at least.
Percent. Got rid of the confirm. Now at this point, Cheesy, 176. Still, can't confirm. The percentage is just too high on the Loxodon.
Disaster! And Gek taking full advantage of it, threatening out there! Gek!
My brother in Christ. My brother in Christ. Thank God Cheesy got that stock. So, yeah, I'm gonna need you to make sure that you have 911 ready on speed dial as Gek is out here trying to commit another crime. Steal up the stock. 65? Are you ready to die?
Looks like to be that way. Gek's got murder on his mind. And goodness gracious, Cheesy Potato's trying to find some way to stop it. Stop the bleeding. And a triple up air is a good way to try to swing this momentum back. So is the Rock. Defensive ball goes a little too deep. And however, look at this instantly on a dime. And a reset. 3-1 for Gek. And Cheesy Potato's gonna find some solution to this problem that this elephant is poisoning.
Cheesy just got way too antsy off stage. The minute they were in the position where Gek might be able to get the kill, and you saw it, immediate pillarless, right? Hit the side B cancel, just get me back on a stage. But Gek was already holding the ledge and was able to go ahead and reverse it, and now right back to Bluesvale where the tragedy occurred. Cheesy, hey, this time, don't let him live to 200. I think that was the big problem here, all right? And so far, he's done a great job. 69% gets the down tilt, now holding the place, getting the back air. 100%, can we get the kill?
Already just starting off strong. And Cheesy Potato just screws up the edge guard for a little bit, and Gek's already blood in the water, trying to find a follow-up. Able to get a grab from that far away. The arm length is good enough, and hold on, you got a boulder in your hand. Throw that away, my friend, you don't need it. As Gek hit up for so much percent, and try to throw with this projectile, but what good is fear to the fearless?
No good. It ain't no good, and we got almost full magma charging out for Gek. Sending out the meatball, sending out the bear, and now that means Pillar has to get used. Gakinga not stalling quite right, and that has allowed Cheesy to reverse the situation here. The neutral B though, using the meatball throw in the air to just stall the recovery, and that has made it so Gek can go ahead and turn around business.
Like a bug, like a beetle, thrown down. But so is the Rock. Finds its mark. And the down air is insurance on that shield, just threatening with it. And a great little arc on the throw. I like that from Cheesy Potato. You're getting a little too comfortable with the parry timer. Just gonna go ahead and switch it up. Anti-air with the up strong, fundamental FGC type shit, honestly, that I'm gonna see. And Cheesy Potato, fantastic work so far. Great there. Hold up. Opportunity arises. Gets the pillar. Still alive. Look at this mess. Gets the tech. Oh my goodness. It's just a phenomenal show that we're able to witness off stage, and a great stall from Gek. An excellent swing back. Yin, what is happening?
In just a second. Cheesy, she will eat your fist.
Yeah, I think she ate your mic too. I couldn't even hear a damn thing you said. With all the
mic.
Yeah, you were. I could hear it. And damn, the back air finds its mark, Yin. So close to dying, but still staying on. Cheesy Potato needs to hold on to the stock for dear life. But how good can you?
You just can't hold on to the stock. Gek's right there, all right? This is the Emperor that killed. He was the advisor and he killed him. Now he's coming for you, all right? You are a hug under this elephant. You gotta show up.
This scrambling off on the stage. This Cheesy Potato knows this is the opportune time to get something started. Hold on to grab. It lands, following the DI, goes in deep for the down air. Able to cover with the back air instead. Hold up, the tusk find its mark. Cheesy Potato trying to scrap it on back, trying to make it back, and just barely does so on stage. Reversal instantly after that one, and deals it away.
Stefan Gek right there. I did so much work on that stage. You get back just with one down till you kidding me? Bro. I'm in that seat right now.
Have to be, but you gotta restore that mental. Or could this be the start to the dynasty that Cheesy Potato wants to begin? And look at this. Already striking on back. This up there's finding its mark. Quick on the draw. Quick to find its mark. And Cheesy Potato gets hit up. And look at this. It's a meteor in the sky. And it's so deadly. And Cheesy Potato can't even make it back. What an early lead set up by Gek.
Yeah, Gek was a little upset, and he ain't done. He ain't done. He's still running circles around you. You can't shield. You can't jump onto that ledge. Take another grab. Take another blow. Look at that. The tech chase and the platform's just the perfect height and size for Gek to continue the pressure with those tech chases.
Alternating the idea of threatening with the reverse hit of up air, and as well as just the pure power up air. Command grab lands, turns Gek into a boulder, into a rock, boxed in. Look at this aggression by Cheesy Potato, trying to find a way to seal it out, trying to find a way to clean this stock up. But Gek's still alive and playing around with this movement. Look at this elephant go.
He is breaking her ankles at every turn. And yep, you're just dead. You're just dead. It's that simple. All right?
I've casted so many different sets of Gek, but this is the scariest I've seen. Has Eruption ready to go as a recovery tool, and does so. Cheesy Potato trying to find this edge guard, and does so successfully. Difference to bleeding just a little bit, Yin.
The adaptation in the final game of that first set, recognizing that Gek was too high in percent to get the forward air after the fair, and instead going for the up air right out of the game. Now though, Gek going for the combo, getting 96%, got him in the corner, gets the back air, gets further placement, and look at that, it confirms for the fair.
Oh my god!
In game 2.
And that was a swift response. That was a statement. That was honestly terrifying. And Cheesy Potato, yep. Same play as last time. On Air Armada, keep it open. Get rid of it now. To make this play, though, when you're down a game, it's either confidence or it's foolhardy.
Yeah, this is a hell of a decision. Last time. Maybe. That being said, so far hasn't dropped the stock. Better than last time. Kinga getting locked in that shield. The way that she uses the boulder to just put the pressure on the shield, that way you can get a confirmed hit there. Beautiful. Now though, confirmed hits coming from Kinga. Oh.
Yeah. That's the problem. Sky Scorcher can get burnt out so easily. And Cheesy Potato is happy to continue her reign of absolute dominance on Air Armada. She may be playing the character of the ground, but hers is the skies to rule. Thank goodness for that block. Getting a little bit more, but threading out there, got caught slipping. A response by Gek.
Cheesy. Go ahead and fade out a whiff for the stock. I'm so glad Gek immediately hitting the option, not wanting to play around with the down air. Still pushing him into the corner once more, and Gek, that's right, you roll into that center of the stage, you don't want to play in the corner. Cheesy putting it there on the platform once more. Now Gek in charge.
And trying to make a statement. Oh, I love the dare reset attempt by Cheesy Potato. Unfortunately, it did not land, but the chase down surely will. Excellent stuff by the Krag. But here comes the tech chase of Geksen. Gets a nice little 1-2 reward and going chasing off stage. Defensive ball on Cheesy Potato's end is the 1-2-3 jab. That's gonna get punished instantly. Great chase down, but this is where the backwards hitbox comes into play. And thank goodness Cheesy Potato says that she stays alive for a little bit longer.
24 right now. Really striving to get this kill. Gek needs it as soon as possible.
Oh.
We want to go ahead and win this rubber band game of game 3.
Oh! Oh!
There's no.
You have nothing.
Yeah. No, hey, Air Armada is banned. So.
Impressive display. But this was the same gambit that Gek was willing to do. Take away the Armada. Anyways, it's gonna happen. And forces on a different one. Pulling out the rock wall on display.
I mean, if it's there, considering how it went during set number 1, run it, Gek. All right, that went phenomenal. Cheesy, though, at the ready. A little bit warmed up at this point, 48%. Gek, responding in kind. Reverse hit it back air. Such a great combo with the DI.
And look at that. If that DI was wrong even for a second, it would have been gone. Eruption utilized as well as the empty ones to slow down the momentum. Quite literally. And look at that usage defensively! Gek! Reverse hits for days and gets another hit as Cheesy Potato scrambles to get away and does so successfully, but a throw leading into a hit afterwards. No kill just yet, however, Yin.
Magma is just another resource burned. And I love the usage of it. The attempt at the down smash, unable to do it, unable to get the rebound hit off of the killer. And now, getting the trade, benefiting Cheesy overall, and that means we'll be able to get the star.
And a nice spike as a finisher. Cheesy Potato, a huge lead, but how long will it stay? And Greg wanted to make sure it goes on, dribbling this ball. We Michael Jordan into this bitch, but here comes retirement, baby.
Just holding that corner. And now, reversing Cheesy onto there, gets the up throw, and that means damage. Unfortunately, not getting the platform that they wanted. Yeah, could have been able to go so hard. Cheesy instead doing the same here, looking for the up airs, gets in there. He walks onto the plat. What are you gonna do?
Don't know, but that was a lot. And the movement coming in, moonwalks, exchange, great stuff, utilizing it, gets the fucking Sky Scorcher. Oh my god, look at this aggression, trying to find a way to finish it, but instead, Gek with the backwards hitbox.
Good almighty Gekinga. How, like, I need to turn down for a wall video at this, like, shout out to you. But I need a turn down for wall video all about how Gek uses Eruption. Even, like, as a neutral tool and as a defensive tool.
For my days. And just constantly switching. Thank goodness she still didn't flinch on that one. The nairs are colliding, but so did Gex. And then aggression, the backwards hitbox. It finds its mark, pops directly into the air because of that up there. And once again, dodging up these rocks. Look at this movement coming in from both of these heavyweight characters. Trying to bait it out there in a carry on reaction. They both trade once again, trying to grab the rock. Gek lands the throw. No sparks yet. Great DI. Stays alive and trying to get the chase down. Cheese Potato, 154. But Craig can do some work. Trying to get away. Here comes the parry in. Goes deep! What a huge reversal! Slaps Cheesy Potato away, and we're going to a game 5.
Dude, you could feel the want to get that kill from Cheesy. Unfortunately, going to be going to game number 5. Luckily for Cheesy, this is going to be her pick. That being said, Air Armada out of the question. Jules Veil out of the question. And that means we are going to Fire Capital. Wolfie, you mentioned it earlier, these side lassos got a little bit closer to make this a little bit more unique recently. So hey, maybe they'll be able to go ahead and benefit Cheesy as a mid kill move has been that forward air. That being said, Gekinga, I mean, no stranger to those horizontal kills, whether it's the back air, the fair, pulling you all the way off stage. So far, it is not a big stage. We are just using this side in the corner.
Stuck on the left. And Cheesy Potato, they trade! Nice Scorcher! It's enough, it burns right through! And Gek is happy to take that any time of the day.
If I'm Gek, I'm popping off early. I'll be honest. Like, I wanted the set. Now, this is the time. And look, Gek is taking full advantage of it. Already, back throw, back air. Now, looking for a little bit something more, but Cheesy fighting her way through. The back air has always been an optimal tool, almost tying to the pebbles in the rock.
Even with the shortened blast zones, it wasn't enough. Great recovery by Gek. Even the rock wall in the way could care less. And hold on, doesn't read the DI in afterwards. But Cheesy Potato intent on trying to make this one work. Oh my goodness, if that was any later, that would have been it. A stock would have been just eviscerated. And speaking of that, slams the ground with both fists. Cheesy Potato gets a lead.
Miss those tags against Cheesy. Even if you succeeded the first time on the board, strong. Cheesy's gonna come through with the down strong the second time around. Now, with the dash attack, I love the down B utilization. Every now and again, just using it to mix up the tempo, get question, and now you better be questioning.
Looping a free parry, the nerves coming into play, and runs directly into it. It's the last stock, last game, last set. Of course it had to be this way.
It really did, Wolfie. It really did. Kinga getting caught by the dash attacks. That has allowed Cheesy to push him all the way into the corner off stage. Now, though, the Tusks coming through and covering the space. But Kinga could only hold on to it for a little longer as Potato stands victorious on the podium tonight.
Despite being on the home stage for Gek, Cheesy Potato remains victorious in a heart-wrenching set, an emotional set. But it works out for her as she takes gold, she takes the crown. And a game number, I don't know, 10? 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
4 games in set number 1, which was an evisceration in all accounts by Gekinga, minus the game on Air Armada, which, like, good lord, we don't talk about that game. All right, that was, woo! And then coming through to showcase that Cheesy was ready for it at all turns, no matter the stage. It was so well done.
Yeah. And honestly, Gek looked unstoppable. So kudos to Cheesy Potato for putting an immediate halt, a stop sign on the momentum. But amazing stuff by both players. Amazing stuff by everyone here at this fusion. My goodness.
There's a reason why we love a good fusion, Wolfie.
Mhm.
There's a reason why we love a fusion. And hey, listen, chat, if you love fusion like we do, there is something nasty in the chambers. October 11th, Fusion Major. All right? Look, there's been 2 somewhat unofficial Fusion Majors for Rivals. We got a full force Fusion Major, and it counts for the rankings for this competitive season. So please, for the love of God, be there. It's going to be a phenomenal event. You know, whether we're on the mic or not, we're going to be in the audience watching that shit. All right.
Well, fantastic work. Fantastic stuff. If y'all want to follow our socials, be sure to do so. It's at Wolfie Scratch for me. And Yen, it's at Yen Cass. What a fantastic bracket. What a way to end that one. And what a way to show off exactly the talent that you're seeing right here at Fusion by Collision right here in New Jersey. I am Wolfie Scratch. That was Yen. And we'll see you